Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7, Text 44. Vidyadhara Ucha
Vidyadhara Ucha
Swanmayayartham Abhipadya Kalevaresmin
Manmaya
Yadhyamati
Lebare Asmin
Kritva Mamaham Niti Durmatir Utpate Swahe.
Kritva Mama
Kritva
Iti
Mati
Pate Sway
Durmati Swarupata
Shipto Apyasat
Pati
Vishayalasat Mamoham
Kripto Api Asat Shaya Lalasa Atma Moham
Yushman Kathamrita Nishveka Udvayudayasyet.
Yushmat
Yusmat Katha
Mritamritanisheka
Devaka
udvayudasya
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Vidyadhara said, Dear Lord, this human form of body is meant for attaining the highest perfectional objective, but impelled by your external energy, the living entity misidentifies himself with his body and with the material energy, and therefore, influenced by Maya, he wants to become happy by material enjoyment. He is misled and always attracted by temporary, illusory happiness. But your transcendental activities are so powerful that if one engages in hearing and chanting such topics, he can be delivered from illusion. Oh, this is such a great, it's in one verse they will describe the whole thing. Would you all like to repeat this? You all can say,
Yes.
yes,
So together, right? We read.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Vidyadhara said,
Dara said, Dear Lord, this human form or body is meant for attaining the highest perfection of
perfectional objective,
but
but
felt by your
imply
external energy, the entity
external energy,
identifies himself with
living
his
energy,
body and with material energy, and therefore, influenced by Maya, he wants to become happy by material enjoyment. He is misled and
that
always
are always attracted by
temporary,
temporary,
illusory
illusory
happiness.
happiness.
But your transcendental activities are so powerful that if one engages in hearing and chanting such topics, he can be delivered from illusion.
So that's the reason the Acharya is always telling us hear and chant, hear and chant. From Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, chant the holy name because this is our position. We have completely forgotten our original identity. Under the influence of Maya, we are thinking we are the body, and we are thinking we will be happy by uh, engaging in material enjoyment. Well, how do we get out of this? There is happiness in this material world. There is, but it's temporary and it's illusory. If we wouldn't have found happiness in the material world, we wouldn't stay here. We wouldn't be able to stay because we are always pleasure seeking. Anandamaya Bhyasat. We're always seeking pleasure. But right now, what we are seeking is this temporary, illusory happiness. So what to do now? How do we get out of this false ego that we are the body, that we are a product of this material nature? Hearing and chanting the transcendental activities of the Lord. And by this, our illusion will go away. The human form of life is called arthada, because the body can very nicely help the embodied soul to achieve the highest perfection. So this human life, this body is called as a suitable boat It's a suitable boat to cross over the ocean of material existence. Prahlad Maharaj said that even though temporary, the body can give us the highest perfectional achievement. Because some of us may say, well, this body is false. I am not the body, so I want to give up the body. But all right, we understand it's false. It is in the sense that it's temporary. We are very much inside the body right now. But as Prabhupada would say, let's make the best use of a bad bargain. Now that we find ourselves inside a human body, we shouldn't be inside a human body. We should be in our spiritual body. But now that we find ourselves inside the human body, let's make best use of a bad bargain. And what is it? Use this human body to get out of this material world. And we just heard how hearing and chanting, we are given the appropriate ears to hear the transcendental message. We are given the appropriate intelligence to develop our spiritual intelligence. And we are given a tongue by which we can chant the holy name. In the process of evolution from lower to the higher grade of living, the human form of life is a great boon. Yeah, we don't realize how important this human body is, how fortunate we are to be having this human body, and that also at such a time where Lord Chaitanya was on this planet just 500 years ago. If we see as a matter like a Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kal Yug, these ages are so long, like if we add them up. But only 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya came and he's given us this great chant, the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. So we should, and we really don't understand that how fortunate we are to be at this time, at this moment. But Maya is so strong that in spite of achieving this great boon of the human form of life, we are influenced by temporary material happiness and we forget our goal of life. So here, there is happiness in the material world. It's not there. That's why we always seek it. No? When we do this, I'll be happy. For some time, we find happiness in this. After some time, it becomes a burden. Then we want to find something else. So, but this is what is the influence of Maya. She's completely covered us. We are attracted by things which will cease to exist. The beginning of such attraction is the temporary body. We are attracted by things which will cease to exist. We are attracted to different bodies, we are attracted to different things, but without understanding all this is temporary. What am I doing? Where am I putting my consciousness? And how does this attraction happen? Because of this body, because we are inside the body. We are very attached to this body. Then from body, we get attached to the things related to the body. In this horrible condition of life, there is only one way of liberation: to engage in the activities of transcendental chanting and hearing of the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are completely entangled in Maya, completely forgotten who we are and what to do. What shall we do? Here we are given the chanting of the holy name so that easily we can come back, go back home, back to Godhead. Only one way of liberation. Chant the holy name. The Shastras are saying, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gati Anyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only way of perfection is chanting the holy name. There is no other way, no other way, no other way. It's repeated 3 times. It's not because it's an error. It's not that, oh, somebody had the scriptures don't have enough words. No, but to make us realize or you're going to think of this process other than chanting the holy name that's going to get you liberation. There is no other way. Again, no other way. Again, no other way to bring to our attention that, hey, really, there's no other way. You really want to get liberation? You have to chant the holy name. This is the reason to stress the importance. In the words Yusmat Kathamrita Nishvekaha mean those who engage in relishing the nectar of the topics of your Lordship. There are two narrative books which especially concern the words and activities of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is the instruction given by Krishna, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the book containing topics exclusively about Krishna and his devotees. These two books are the special nectar, of the words of Krishna. So Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, because here the Vidyadharas are saying hearing and chanting. I'm sorry. So hearing what? Hearing from Bhagavad Gita, hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting what? Chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, and our illusion will go away. For those who engage in the preaching of these two Vedic literatures, it is very easy to get out of the illusory conditional life imposed upon us by Maya. For those who engage in preaching of these two Vedic literatures, it is very easy to get out of the illusory conditional life imposed upon us by Maya. So Srila Prabhupada is saying not only that we hear these books, we read these books, but we preach the message of these two literatures. These are not ordinary books, they are Vedic literatures. And if we can do that, what happens? We can easily get out of this Maya. The illusion is that the conditioned soul does not try to understand his spiritual identity. He is more interested in his external body, which is only a flash and which will be finished as soon as the time is designated. We can see, our entire energy, our time, our efforts, our money, our emotions, feelings, everything. What do? To keep this body in the most comfortable position. That's what we are trying to do without understanding that I am not this body. I am a spirit soul. What am I doing? Let me try to get out of this material situation. This is only a flash which will be finished as soon as the time is designated. We say, yeah, my time in this body is temporary. We are going to leave this body anyway one day. But do we act in that way? Do we actually believe that that's going to happen? We act and believe as if we will live forever in this body. When the Yaksh asked Yudhishthir Maharaj, that what is the most amazing thing? Yudhishthir Maharaj said that every day we see our relatives dying, but yet we feel death is not going to come to us. This is the influence of Maya. So Maya, she is very, very strong, very strong. And how can we overcome it? We do not have the strength. We are completely entangled. What do? We appeal to the mercy of Krishna. We engage in hearing and chanting. And that's how we can get out of here. The whole atmosphere will change when the living entity has to transmigrate from one body to another. Yeah, we try to make ourselves so as comfortable as possible. None of us like to stay in an uncomfortable position. We want to change the situation in which we can be comfortable. But what happens? We put so much time, efforts, energy to change this temporary situation, but it changes anyway. Or when we die, we are in a completely new situation, completely different atmosphere. This spell of Maya is called Avarnatmika Shakti. Avarnatmika, because it is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in any abominable condition. Does anyone remember any pastime which helps us understand how we are satisfied in any abominable condition? There's a pastime of Indra, that he's the lord of the heaven, but he's cursed.
To
I'm
become
sorry?
he's cursed to become a swine, right? A pig.
Yeah. And then what
Mm.
does he do in the body of the pig?
He was just satisfied, no? Like he didn't know that he was in this body, and then Naraji, right, came and woke him up, told him that you are not this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if Narad Muni or Brahma, but yeah, anyway, you're right. That
Yeah,
he's Indra, and
yeah.
now he's
He's
in the body of
Indra.
a pig. So
Yes,
Indra, he's used to the best of best. I mean,
best of
we have like good things here, but imagine in heaven, in Swarg, is even better. And he's the king there.
yeah.
And suddenly he's in the body of a pig and he's enjoying and rolling about in the stool and saying this is the
Mhm.
best condition. So we are like that. We are so influenced by Maya Devi. We are satisfied in any abominable condition. Even if he's born. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Even if he's born as a worm living within the intestine or abdomen in the midst of urine and stool, still he is satisfied. So, we think, oh, right now I have this human form of life. I'm so nice. That we have forgotten that we have also been a worm in the stool and
Mm.
urine. We have just forgotten it, but we have been there. And we are feeling we are very happy in that situation. This is the covering influence of Maya, anavranatmika. No, I'm sorry, avarnatmika Shakti, the covering influence of Maya. But the human form of life is a chance to understand. And if one misses this opportunity, he is most unfortunate. Why most unfortunate? Because again, 8,400,000 species, we have to take another 8 million species till the time again we come to a human life. It's so much time, and in this time, then there is so much suffering. The way to get out of illusory Maya is to engage in the topics of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advocates a process whereby everyone may remain in his present position without change, but simply hear from the proper authoritative sources about Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya is not telling us to give up our homes, to give up our families, or to give up our duties. No. Lord Chaitanya is saying, you stay wherever you are. You may remain, whatever is your present condition. What do? You just hear about Krishna. But hear about Krishna from whom? Proper authoritative sources. Proper authoritative sources. For any knowledge, we have to go to the authority. If we don't go to the authority, we are not going to get proper knowledge. As we say, no, if we want to study medical science, we have to go to the medical school, the medical teachers. We can't just say, okay, I'm going to go on the YouTube and internet and whoever is speaking about teaching of a medical school, I'm going to hear from them and I'll become a medical doctor. No, it doesn't happen. Yeah. So we have to hear from the authority, the bona fide spiritual master. Lord Chaitanya advised everyone to spread the word of Krishna. He advised all of you become spiritual masters. Your duty is simply to talk to whomever you meet of Krishna or of the instructions given by Krishna. So this is Lord Chaitanya's instruction to each and every one of us. Lord Chaitanya is not saying, oh, this instruction is only for this particular group of people. No, he's saying for all of us. He's saying, become spiritual master. What does it mean, become spiritual master? Means tell everyone about Krishna. That's it. Now we may say, oh, but I don't know anything about Krishna. But simply we can just say Krishna is God, God is Krishna. That is also telling people about Krishna. We do not need to become great scholars. No. So the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is operating for this purpose. We do not ask anyone to first change his position and then come to us. Instead, we invite everyone to come with us and simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because we know that if one simply chants and hears the topics of Krishna, one's life will change. He will see a new light and his life will be successful. So it's a science. It has to happen. If we hear and chant, we have to get out of this material world. We have to get liberation. Our life will be successful. It's not that maybe. No, it's a guaranteed process. When we mix H2O, we say, right? 2 of H and 1 of O, we are going to get water. It's not that sometimes or maybe. No, we do it correctly and we will get the water when we put 2 of hydrogen, 1 of oxygen. Similarly, we hear and chant under the instructions of the modified spiritual master. We are going to become Krishna conscious. We will get out of this material world. We will revive our original of love for Krishna. Did anyone want to add anything or question? The entire, everything is there in this one verse, our present position and how to get out of this position. And then we'll continue. Sweetheart. Brahmana Ucha
Brahmana Ucha
Tvam Kratusvam Havistam Hutasha Swayam
Tvam Chatustamam Haviswam Swayam
Tvam He Mantra Samidharva Patrani Cha
Tvam Hi Mantra Samidharva Patrani Cha
Tvam Sadasya Vijo Dampati Devata
Tvam Sadasya Vijo Dampati Devata
Agni Hotram Swadaso Maajyam Pashuhu
Agni
Agotram Swada Soma Ajyam Pashu.
The Brahmana said, Dear Lord, you are sacrifice personified. You are the offering of clarified butter. You are the fire. You are the chanting of Vedic hymns by which the sacrifice is conducted. You are the fuel. You are the flame. You are the kusha grass. And you are the sacrificial pots. You are the priests who perform the yajna. You are the demigods headed by Indra. And you are the sacrificial animal. Everything that is sacrificed is you or your energy. In this statement, Lord Vishnu's all-pervasiveness is partially explained. It is said in the Vishnu Puran that as a fire situated in one place emanates its heat and illumination everywhere. So whatever we see within the material or spiritual worlds is nothing but a manifestation of different energies emanating from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Brahmanas are telling the Lord, you are the fire, you are the clarified butter, means and the offering. And then you are the chanting of the Vedic hymns. You are the fuel, you are the flame, you are the kusha grass, the sacrificial pots, the priests, the demigods, Indra, the sacrificial animal. So does it mean when the Brahmanas are saying that my dear Lord, now you are all these things, so now you don't exist anymore. No, no. Krishna still exists as a person, and yet he is everything. How do we understand? Because everything is his energy. It's like sun and sunshine. When the sunshine is in our room, we say, oh, the sun is in our room. But what is actually in the room is the sunshine. The sunshine is the energy of the sun. Similarly, everything that we are seeing, everything in the material world or in the spiritual world, all are different energies of Krishna. Everyone, everything belongs to Krishna. We say Krishna is omnipotent. God is omnipotent. This is God's omnipotency, that everything belongs to him, and yet he is a person. He's not become everything. Not like that, a big piece of paper, you tear it, and then the big piece of paper is no more. Only the small parts are there. No, Krishna is not paper. He's God. Paper is an unconscious material element, a material thing. Krishna is a supreme person. So the Brahmana statement is that Lord Vishnu is everything: the fire, the offering, the clarified butter, the utensils, the place of sacrifice, and the kusha. He is everything. It is confirmed herein that the performance of Sankirtan Yajna in this age is as good as all other yajnas in all other ages. Okay, this is a little longer. So we'll continue with this tomorrow. The time's already up. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much. And so we continue to hear and chant. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for listening and enjoying. Hari